So in this session, what we will try to add is measure. We'll try to understand what measure is. And once we understand that, we will try to add card visualization, which is the most simple visualization that you would see. And next thing that I want to talk about is measure. So here I will try to add a measure onto our data, and then we will use the value of that measure onto the card visualization. Measure works same like how an Excel formula would work. Like for example, if you have a column and if you want a total, right? So you would use some formula in Excel and it will give you the total. And whenever you take the value from some cell, it will give the total of the entire column. Similarly, you don't have to add a new column for for totaling up the rows. You can simply add a row, which also helps in not increasing the refresh time. So usually if you want to refresh the data in Power BI, you have to click refresh and the data would be loaded. But if you add one more column, for example, if there is some addition to the data, it will definitely going to increase the refresh time. So in order to not increase the refresh time and you have the data as required, measures can be used, which again, as I mentioned, are like formulas. We would see few more examples of measures, some simple measures in the updated version of this course, which I would soon update it. But for now, to keep this simple, and since this is a beginners friendly course, I would just start with a simple measure that I would add onto the overall data. So let's see how to do this. We need to go ahead and click on the name of the data, that is financial. I will right click it, click on new measure. So as soon as I click, it opens up a box wherein we can add the measure. The measure's name, we can keep it something easy which we can remember. So it will be last refreshed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one measure which will always help us to know when the report was last refreshed. So people who would use this particular report will always know like at what point of time they had refreshed and now it's time to refresh it again. So last refreshed, the formula would be now, and then you have to just simply put a bracket. That's it, and click on enter. So once you do that, it will store it as one more data point as last refreshed. This is actually not the part of your table, but it will be as a calculated data that you would have in this table. So I will quickly just drag and drop onto our card visual. See, it shows now a date and time, and it says last refreshed, isn't it? So now this is how you can use the combination of a measure and maybe a simple visualization like a card visualization, and show a last, like when the data was last refreshed, or any other data which need some calculation. So now as a next step, we will try to format this visualization so that it fits in with other visualizations that we already have on the report. And you know what you need to do here. Size and style, under that we will have a visual border, give a shadow, and then we will give a title to it, so people can easily read through it and it aligns with other visualizations. So the title would be last refreshed, and it should be bold, font size 17, we have kept that uniform, text color should be white and background should be black. Here we go. Now let's remove the last refresh at the bottom, which is again not needed. we will turn off the category label and it would go off. Now there's one more thing that I could see is the callout values font size is too big. So we would need to reduce it. So for that, we will go to callout value and then reduce the size. So you can see the size is getting reduced. Let's reduce few more points. I think this should be perfect. Yeah. Now resize it so that it fits in. Okay, let's increase the size. I can still can't see the time. I can see the date. So I want both data. I would reduce the size of the values few more. Okay. Now again, keep on adjusting the font size until it fits in properly. Yes, now it's fine. So let me remove this part. I mean the box wherein we have updated the measure value. You can just click anywhere on the visualization on the report, it will go away. Okay, so you can see the last refresh date and time. It's 25th October 2:57. Perfect. I hope you understood how to add a measure onto the table, which is nothing but like an Excel formula, and then use a card visualization to show some values, simple values. And for the next session, we will cover how to add image and make your report make your report have some branding example, or maybe if you want to add some images or pictures that will help you in your storytelling. So let's do this in the next session.